Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Graystone Presbyterian Church. We are so glad to have you here this evening for another recital in the John Ribble Recitals. If you want to learn a little bit about how these recitals came to be and the wonderful man that was John Ribble, there are some brochures out in the lobby that you can take and learn a little bit about the importance of this program to our music ministry. Ryan is one of the benefactors of these recitals. The money that we raise in the John Ribble recitals directly goes to our music ministry to fund the memberships for our musicians, to the Presbyterian Association of Music, as well as funding them being able to go to the Presbyterian Association of Music's annual conference in Montreat. Ryan was just there a couple of weeks ago. I urge you after the show to listen to some of his stories and what he learned while he was there. For now, please silence your phones, have your hands ready to clap, and here is Ryan Worden.
There we go. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out to support the Music Fund. We really appreciate that here at Graystone. Like she said, we benefit that fund benefits many different things in the life of the church and church music. Church music has always been very important to me. Somehow this shrank. There we go. So there I was, third grade. Picture it, with my Burger King crown on. Little third grader, the perfect song for a little third grader. Myrrh is mine, its bitter perfume breathes a life of gathering gloom, soaring, sighing, bleeding, dying. Yeah, that was my introduction to music. I played a king in our Christmas pageant, the children's Christmas pageant. So we all had our little robes on and I don't know that it was necessarily a Burger King crown. I almost went down to Burger King, almost went down to get one for this, but I figured that'd be a bit much. Me go over the top? Never. They know me so well. It's scary. Anyway, I figured if I dropped this, Miss Nancy would hurt me, so I'm going to put it down. Cool. Yeah, that was my introduction to music. I had never sang at my church before, and after I sang, it apparently went over well because the music director, her name was Carol Anderson. She has long since retired. She talked to my parents and said, hey, he's got an ear for music. I happen to know of a lady who's a voice teacher. Mind you, this is when I was still up in Pennsylvania. I grew up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, in case any of you all don't know. Might want to get him some voice lessons. He might do something with that. So, by the time I got to 5th grade, I was a part of the elementary all-star singers. Woohoo! I know, right? Yay. And then 6th grade happened. What happened in 6th grade? My voice changed. I did not do choir that year for that very reason. But in 7th grade, our chorus teacher said, we're going to sing a medley from a show. And I said, what's a show? They said, it's something, and she showed us the name. I'm like, Miserables. What is that? Something happened that changed my life. She showed us the video of the 10th anniversary Dreamcast of Les Miserables that they used to show on PBS, great performances. Absolutely changed my life. It set a fire in me, to a passion for music, for musical theater specifically. It made me want to study French. I minored in French in college, and in both French and Latin classes, my name was Raoul. We had to take French or Latin names, and mine was Raoul because of musical theater. So yeah, in 7th grade, we didn't go being up in Pennsylvania, we were 3 hours away from New York City. So we would go up on bus trips. We went to see this thing called Phantom of the Opera. I'm like, opera, Bugs Bunny. Oh, horns, big fat lady. Not so much. But that was my introduction to musical theater. So, a medley from Les Miserables. There, out in the darkness, a fugitive running, fallen from God, fallen from grace. God be my witness, I never shall yield till we come face to face, till we come face to face. He knows his way in the dark, but mine is the way of the Lord. And those who follow the path of the righteous shall have their reward. And if they fall as Lucifer fell, the flame, the sword, stars in your multitudes, scarce to be counted, filling the darkness with order and light. You are the sentinels, you're silent and sure, keeping watch in the night, keeping watch in the night. You know your place in the skies, you hold your course and your aim, and each in your season returns and returns, and you're always the same. And if you fall as Lucifer fell, you fall in flame. And so it must be, for so it is written on the doorway to paradise, that those who falter and those who fall must pay the price. Lord, let me find him, that I may see him safe behind bars. I will never rest till then. This I swear by the stars. So in case I should have said this beforehand, that's sung by a police officer, inspector, who's trying to catch the main character. Has been chasing him for years and is trying to figure out how righteous he can be in the eyes of the law. Anyway, this next one is a challenge. The main character is praying at the barricade over his future son-in-law, asking for protection throughout the night. God on high, hear my prayer. In my need, you have always been there. He is young, he's a friend. Let him rest He's like the sun I might have known if God had granted me a son. The summers die one by one, how soon they fly on and on, and I am old and will be gone. Bring him peace, bring him joy. He is young, he is only a boy. You can take, you can give. Let him be. Let him live. If I die, let me die. Let him live. Bring him home. Bring him home. Bring him home. He survives the barricade, but he is the only one to survive. And later in the show, he experiences survivor's guilt that all of his friends are no more. There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. Empty chairs at empty tables. Now my friends are dead and gone. Here they talked of revolution. Here it was they lit the flame. Here they sang about tomorrow. Tomorrow never came. From the table in the corner, they could see a world reborn. And they rose with voices ringing, and I can hear them now. The very words that they had sung became their last communion on the lonely barricade that dawn. Oh, my friends, forgive me that I live and you are gone. There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain that goes on and on. Phantom faces at the window. Phantom shadows on the floor. Empty chairs and empty tables where my friends will meet no more. Oh, my friends, don't what your sacrifice was for. Empty chairs at empty tables where my friends will sing no more. So I mentioned that, let me get my notes out here. Yeah, 8th grade, opera, what? And my mom, I know my mom went along, I think my dad went along, I can't remember. Anyway, apparently I was like glued to the stage. I could not tear my eyeballs away. We sat in the first mezzanine, dead center, like best seat in the house. To this day, I try and get that seat, or, you know, that center mezzanine seat if I'm going to see a show. Doesn't always work, but anyway. Phantom became a huge favorite of mine. I have vivid memories still of that first performance. I think Thomas James O'Leary was my first Phantom. So my spare bedroom in my house, I call it the Broadway room. This is part of the Broadway shrine over here. That is my bedroom. Spare bedroom, anyway. I started collecting these souvenir playbills, which you can get at shows, that have photos from the production that you're seeing and notes about how the show was written and all kinds of neat stuff like that. Broadway dorkdom, I call it. Broadway nerdism. There we go. The ones in the front are ones from shows we're going through tonight, and then there's some other ones as well. Yeah. So, on to music of the night. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses. Slowly, gently, night unfurls its splendor. Grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold, unfeeling light, and listen to the music of the night. Close your eyes and surrender to your darkest dreams. Purge all thoughts of the world you knew before. Close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar. And you'll live as you've never lived before. Softly, deftly, music shall caress you. Hear it, feel it, secretly possess you. Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind in this darkness which you know you cannot fight. the darkness of the music of the night. Let your mind start a journey through a strange new world. Live all thoughts of the world you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be. Only then can you belong to me. Floating, falling, sweet intoxication. Touch me, trust, savor each sensation. Let the dream begin. Let your darker side give in to the power of the music that I write. The power of the music of the night. You alone can make my song take flight. Help me make the music of the night. As a tenor, that's one of the major songs that a tenor needs to know how to do. So when I was a kid, I lived in Pennsylvania. We had townships. That wasn't very nice of you. Anyway, the joys of live theater. And in these townships, there were little divisions, like little government systems. They had different programs for youth. I was involved in a summer program most of the summers. Basically, it was a summer daycare kind of thing. You would go to the pool and go on trips and all these other things. Anyway, skating ring, yeah, go 80s kid, yeah. Anyway, it's an all skate, no. The Parks and Rec group would also go on random trips for the community. And that was the first time I got to go, or the second time I got to go to New York City. First time was to see Phantom, to see an adaptation of a 1994 Disney movie, to see Disney's The Lion King on Broadway. And if you've never seen it, you need to. It is absolutely mind-blowing. The opening number, Circle of Life, is phenomenal. The lady who created those puppets, I can't even conceive of how she came up with all that. It was funny. I can remember there was a little kid in the row in front of us with his mom. He must have been like 4 or 5-ish. Circle of Life ended, and he turned to his mom and says, "Is it over?" So that was kind of funny. This song is called Endless Night. It's the point in the show where Simba, who is now grown up, who has run away from home, spent his life years away, kind of pushing the past under the rug, kind of has a confrontation moment with himself. That's kind of like a theme I'm seeing now in the show, confrontation with yourself. He had been told by his father when he was a cub that the kings of the past live in the stars, and I'll always be there to guide you. So this is him wrestling with that idea. Where has the starlight gone? Dark is the day. How can I find my way home? Home is an empty dream, lost to the day. Father, I feel so alone. You promised you'd be there whenever I needed you. Whenever I call your name, you're not anywhere. I'm trying to hold on, just waiting to hear your voice. One word, just a word will do to end this nightmare. When will the dawning break? Oh, endless night, sleepless I dream of the day when you were by my side, guiding my path. Father, I can't find the way. You promised you'd be there whenever I needed you. Whenever I call your name, you're not anywhere. I'm trying to hold on, just waiting to hear your voice. One word, just a word will do to end this nightmare. I know that the night must end, and that the sun will rise, and that the sun will rise. I know the clouds will be clear, and that the sun will shine, and that the sun will shine. I know that the night must end, and that the sun will rise, and that the sun will rise. I know that the clouds must clear, and that the sun will rise. Yes, I know. Yes, I know the sun will rise. Yes, I know. Yes, I know the clouds must clear. I know that the night must end, and that the sun will rise. And I hear your voice deep inside. I know that the night must end, and that the clouds must clear. The sun will rise. The sun will rise. I'll admit that got a little hairy because that's supposed to be a lot of chorus call and response. And I thought the chorus was in there, but it's not. So I'm like, great, where are we? Awesome, we're just, thank God it ended. That's all I got to say. I'm like, dear Lord, seriously. Anyway, so back in 2010, I had moved here to Knoxville. I moved here in 2008 to do 2 years with AmeriCorps. And I just happened to see on the internet that Oak Ridge Playhouse was doing auditions for Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, a show which I knew pretty well from listening to it for a number of years. And I thought, you know what? I might could do that. As we say down here in Tennessee, I might could. Might could. Back then it was, I possibly think it might be doable. In my little Pennsylvania Dutch. Throw me down the stairs of the laundry. I'm sorry, what? So it said, the audition notice said, sing 16 bars of a Broadway song in the style of the show. I thought, I can do that. I studied voice in high school and college. I know a bunch of show tunes. We got this. So I went. I auditioned. I sang, actually, I think, one of the songs that's coming up as my audition. Why I chose that one, I have no idea, because it's not in the style of the show. But I could do it really well, so we just went with it. They said, okay, now that you're finished singing your group, you, and you, come over here for the dance audition. I'm sorry, the what? Now, I can contra dance. I can do American Indian dancing. I don't do any other kind of dancing. I look like a walrus doing Tai Chi. Like, it's bad. It's not pretty. I mean, I look like Elaine with the kicks and the thumbs. And it's not pretty. So I went through the routine. God, okay, whatever. I don't even know what would. Sure. Well, that's the end of that right there. Yeah. No. That was in mid-December was that audition, because I went home I go home every Christmas to see my family for 2 weeks back up in Pennsylvania, and I got a call from the stage manager. And I'll intersperse this with, some folks dream of the wonders they'll do before their time on this planet is through. Some just don't have anything planned. They hide their hopes and their heads in the sand. Now I won't say who is wrong, who is right, but if by chance you are here for the night, then all I'll need is an hour or two to tell the tale of a dreamer like you. We all dream a lot. Some are lucky, some are not. But if you think it, want it, dream it, then it's real. You are what you feel. But all that I say can be told another way, in the story of a boy whose dreams came true, and it could be me. I got a call from the stage manager when I was home over Christmas. She said, hey, do you still want to be in the show? I said, sure, put me in the back holding up a set piece or something. Sure, why not? It'll be an experience, whatever. She said, you'll need to have your sunglasses on. Huh? Now, if you know the show Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, the only one who wears sunglasses in the show is the Pharaoh. It's the story of Joseph from the Old Testament, son of Jacob, 12 sons, coat, dreams, king, all that. And the Pharaoh wears glasses because he is Elvis. Literally, well, I was wandering along the banks of the river when 7 fat cows came up out of the Nile. Oh. I mean, literally, Elvis. I was like, dear God, no. Hunka burning no. So, yeah. I was like, what do you mean? She says, when you put on your Technicolor Dreamcoat, we want you to be Joseph. I'm sorry, I had never auditioned for a show before. This is my very first thing ever. I said, I just hallucinated. Say that one more time. That was really loud over the mic, sorry. And I'm going to put it on just because it's so pretty and it needs to be used. If I can, I'm not buttoning it. Just saying, that ain't happening. This was a replica that a friend of mine made, a replica of the coat I wore in the show. The coat, thank God she didn't make it the same way, because the coat I wore in the show weighed 16 pounds. It actually broke several hangers that it was on backstage. And the coat after all this, the coat was only worn twice in the show. So it's a lot of work. But, ta-da. So, any dream will do. And I will warn you, there are children of the corn in this recording. You'll see what I mean. I closed my eyes, drew back the curtain to see for certain what I thought I knew. Far, far away, someone was weeping, but the world was sleeping. Any dream will do. I wore my coat with golden lining, bright colors shining, wonderful and new. And in the east, the dawn was breaking, and the world was waking. Any dream will do. A crash of drums, a flash of light, my golden coat flew out of sight. The colors faded into darkness. I was left alone. May I return to the beginning. The light is dimming, and the dream is too. The world and I, we are still waiting, still hesitating. Any dream will do. Of drums, a flash of light, my golden coat flew out of sight. The colors faded into darkness. I was left alone. May I return to the beginning. The light is dimming, and the dream is too. The world and I, we are still waiting, still hesitating. Any dream will do. 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 So that was my introduction to the world of actually participating in theater. Pretty well changed my life. It became a sincere passion of mine. Exhibit this. When I was in the show, certain props didn't make it back to the prop table after the show. This was the cup that I put in Benjamin's sack. In the story, he puts it in the cup of grain, in the bag of grain, and then arrests the brothers. And yeah, I also have the shekels that Potiphar paid when he bought me as a slave, and the rope they tied me up with when they sold me to the hairy Ishmaelites. Hairy. Well, hairy, Anyway. Yeah. So the next song from Joseph takes place after he has been wrongly accused of sleeping with Potiphar's wife. He is imprisoned, and he is lamenting his fate. It is the second to last song in the first act of the show. It's called Close Every Door. And this is Pastor Mary's favorite. Close every door to me. Hide all the world from me. Bar all the windows. Shut out the light. Do what you want with me. Hate me and laugh at me. Darken my daytime and torture my night. If my life were important, I would ask, will I live or die? But I know the answers lie far from this world. Close every door to me. Keep those I love from me. Children of Israel are never alone, for I know I shall find my peace of mind, for I have been promised a land of my own.
Close every door to me, hide all the world from me, bar all the windows and shut out the light. La la
Just give me a number instead of my name. Forget all about me and let me decay. I do not matter. I'm only one person. Destroy me completely, then throw me away. If my life were important, I would ask, will I live or die? But I know the answers lie far from this world. Close every door to me. Keep those I love from me. Children of Israel are never alone, for we know we shall find our own peace of mind. For we have been promised land of our own. Yes. So a couple years ago, I had pursued musical theater, and I got to do some shows with Athens Community Theater, Center for the Arts, something. Their name's like this long, one of those. Arts and Center and Athens are in there. it's like word scramble. Mix it up. There you go. I got to do Jesus Christ Superstar, which is an amazing rock opera. Very controversial, obviously, when it first started. But I got to play the role of Simon the Zealot and understudy Judas. The show is vaguely from the viewpoint of Judas and focuses on the human side of Christ. Judas basically questioning, what are you doing? What is all this? It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. So I got to understudy Judas, but never went on as Judas because our Judas was very healthy. I'm like, let me just, in your soda. No. He always had this drink that he had backstage, and I'm like, no, kidding. I never did that. But, so maybe I can finally sing the opening number that Judas sings called Heaven on Their Minds. My mind is clearer now. At last, all too well, I can see where we all soon will be. If you strip away the myth from the man, you will see where we all soon will be. You've started to believe the things they say of you. You really do believe this talk of God is true. And all the good you've done would soon get swept away. You've begun to matter more than the things you what I see. All that I ask is that you listen to me. And remember, I've been your right-hand man all along. Hey, you've set them all on fire. They think they found their new Messiah. And they'll hurt you when they find they're wrong. Now I remember whole thing began. No talk of God, then we called you a man. Believe me, my admiration for you hasn't died. But every word you say today gets twisted round some other way. And they'll hurt you if they think you've lied. Oh, Nazareth, your famous son should have stayed a great unknown. Like his father, carving wood he'd have made good. Tables, chairs, and oaken chests would have suited Jesus best. He'd have caused nobody harm, no one alarmed. Listen, Jesus, do you care for your race? Don't you see that we must keep in our place? We are occupied. Have you forgotten of what God we are? And our conquerors object to another noisy sect, and they'll crush us if we go too far. If we go too I give. Don't you see that I just want us to live? But it's sad to see our chances weakening with every hour. All your followers are blind. Far too much heaven on their minds. It was beautiful, but now it's sour. Yes, it's all God's sour. Listen, Jesus, to the warning I give. Please remember I want The show after that one, I did that with them, and they had another show coming up. It was Beauty and the Beast. So I auditioned for that, and I got to play one of the most fun roles ever. It was ever that I've played. I think it was the best role in the show, I have to say. It was Lumiere. I got to play the candlestick, the candelabra. And he is on stage. At first I was like, oh, I wanted to be the Beast. The Beast is on stage like a total of 40 minutes of the whole show. Lumiere's on stage a lot more. And he's just an absolute screwball. Like, it was awesome. It was exhausting to play. And I ripped my pants in the middle of dress rehearsal. Yeah. We had a dress audience that night, too. I'm singing Be Our Guest, and whee! Wow, it's breezy in here. Dear God. Thank God I had my sewing machine backstage. We're good to go. Anyway, don't know why I said that. Oh. Yeah. Flipped a page too far. I was like, that's not what I'm talking about. Yeah, no. I got to see Beauty and the Beast twice on Broadway. This song ends the first act. It is the Beast's song. The Disney movie was kind of surface level, but the show really sought to expand the characters and bring out who they were and a little bit more about them and a little bit of what their purpose or what their view on life was. At this point in the show, Belle had been exploring the castle and had gone into the West Wing where she had been warned not to go because an enchanted rose was kept there which would bloom until he found love again and would break the curse. So at this point he walked in on her lifting the glass up off the rose and reaching for it, and he basically lost it on her, grabbed her and threw her out, screaming at her because he was afraid of what would happen if the rose got destroyed. And in the process, he accidentally tore her sleeve, and she fled the castle. She said, I'm not staying here anymore. So he realized now what he had done. This is called If I Can't Love Her. Sorry. I didn't mean to frighten you. I didn't mean to hurt you. You don't understand. There's so little left of me. And in my twisted face, there's not the slightest trace of anything that even hints at kindness. And from my tortured shape, no comfort, no escape. I see, but deep within is utter blindness, hopeless, as my dream dies, as the time flies. Love, a lost illusion, helpless, unforgiven, cold and driven to this sad conclusion. No beauty could move me, no goodness improve me, no power on earth if I can't love her. No passion could reach me, no lesson could teach me how I could have loved her and make her love me too. If I can't love her, then who? Long ago I should have seen all the things I could have been. Careless and unthinking, I moved onward. No pain could be deeper, no life could be cheaper, no point anymore if I can't love her. No spirit could win me, no hope left within me. Hope I could have loved her and that she'd set me free. But it's not to be if I can't love her. Let the world be done with curtain. And I'm going to steal a joke from my choir director in college. We did a Broadway cabaret in college, and I did Music of the Night, and then I did that one. So in his quote, Ryan is continuing his tour of greatest songs by ugly men. Yeah. So 1996 brought a Disney film from a French novelist named Victor Hugo, and he wrote The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which Disney adapted into a movie and has since been adapted into a musical form, which is beautiful. This song is called Out There. Quasimodo has been told all his life that he was a monster, he's ugly, he's deformed, the world hates him, stay in here, don't ever leave the cathedral. But he's always dreaming about that life down in the village that he sees. So this is called Out There. Safe behind these windows and these parapets of stone, gazing at the people down below me. All my life I watch them as I hide up here alone, hungry for the histories they show me. All my life I memorize their faces, knowing them as they will never know me. All my life I wonder how it feels to pass a day not above them, but part of them. And out there living in the sun, give me one day out there. All I ask is one, to hold forever out there where they all live unaware. Oh, what I'd give, what I'd dare, just to live one day out there. Out there among the millers and the weavers and their wives, through the roofs and gables I can see them. Every day they shout and scold and go about their lives, heedless of the gift it is to be them. If I were in their skin I'd pleasure every instant out there, strolling by the Seine. Taste the morning out there like ordinary men who freely walk about there just one day, and then I swear I'll be content with my share. Won't resent, won't despair, old and bent, I won't care. I'll have spent one day out there. Another really good tenor song. So, 2 months ago, some of you know this story. Forgive me if you already know it. 2 months ago, 3 months ago now? Wow. Time, wow. Work sent me out to St. Louis to do a job for a week. I got bored one night, and I said to myself, I'm going to find me some karaoke. I love me some karaoke. Sweet child of mine, we got this. I did it up in Alaska, actually, on the beach. It was really cool. So, walked in. Guy took my name, and he says, "What's your name?" I said, "Ryan." "Ryan what?" "Worden." "How do you spell that?" That's not normal for karaoke. Normally, they just take your first name, and you're done. "Worden?" "Okay. So what are you singing?" It was the week before Easter, so I sang Gethsemane from Superstar, because I call it Little Jesus at the Bar. Little, throw a little something in there. It works, actually. I've had it happen before. I've had a few interesting conversations after I've done it with people. Yes. Anyway, so he said, "Okay, is that a show tune or like a rock song?" I said, "Yes." "All right, we'll call it a men's show tune." I thought, well, that was weird. They start going through, so-and-so sings a country song, so-and-so's a pop song, so it's show tune, and I'm like, what is... He says, "All right, and the winner of the men's show tunes category is Ryan Worden." I had walked into a competition, did not know it, and won. They're like, "Okay." He says, "All right, you need to go talk to this lady over here to get you signed up for states." "What?" He said, "Well, this is regionals. You just won regionals, so now you move on to states." Mind you, I'm in Missouri. I said, Please hold. I live in Tennessee. I'm not from here." He said, "No, that's all right. You qualified in Missouri, so you're one of us now." Okay. So like 3 weeks later, I went back and competed again, and I sang Out There that I just did, and I did If I Can't Love Her, the Beauty and the Beast one, and won. I won. I placed second, and they take the top 5 of each category. So in August 9th, I will be traveling out to Las Vegas to compete in the national competition in the men's show tunes category. So, yeah, well, it's going to be an adventure, let's just say. Thank you. There were some amazing, amazing singers that I was up against. It was really cool to see. They had men's and women's categories, and it was neat. It was a lot of neat competition. So a friend of mine wrote, I don't have any notes for, no. A friend of mine came up with a show. Her name is Denia Kirk. She is big in the theater community around here. She teaches at Webb School. She came up with a concept a few years ago, a number of years ago, in like 2011? Holy ham sandwich. Wow. The name of the show just went and rolled down the aisle. It was a conceived show where it was basically a cabaret of songs from different shows and other things. Oh, Behind the Veil. That's what it was. And there was no dialogue. It was connected with quotes. It was just all a series of quotes from famous people. Very weird show. Just saying. It was based on the idea of the ghost light in the theater, which people say a light is kept on after the house goes dark and after the audience goes home, and that's for all the spirits of all the characters who've come to life on the stage. So it was really neat. The concept was those spirits all come to life at night after the audience goes home. So we were each spirits of the theater, or ghosts of the theater. It was a cool show. I got the privilege of ending that show by singing this final piece. It's a pretty complicated piece. Jekyll and Hyde is a very complicated story, and it's an amazing musical. At this point in the show, actually, I don't have to make it up because they actually wrote something that I liked, so I'm going to read it to y'all. It's a number of pages. And it's in this big print. Where's my reading glasses when I need it? Confrontation occurs after Jekyll's first transformation into Hyde. The song is a dramatic showdown where Hyde asserts his dominance, claiming to be inseparable from Jekyll's soul. It underscores the central theme of the musical, the struggle between good and evil, and the inescapable nature of one's darker self. The lyrics are filled with metaphors of mirrors, nightmares, and eternal entranglement. Entranglement? Is that a word? Entanglement. I can read. Culminating in Hyde's chilling declaration that he will live inside Jekyll forever. Actually, on Broadway, this is sometimes referred to as the hair ballet. What? Because part of Jekyll's one side, I'm not going to do it because you don't want to see all this. That ain't happening. The Dr. Jekyll side is all slicked back and nice, and Edward Hyde is all wild and crazy. And the actor literally is spinning back and forth as he's singing. And the sleeve on Hyde is all ripped up and bloody, and it's really, if it's done right, it's really cool to watch. And the challenge is the actor has to sing in two different voices. So it starts out, Dr. Jekyll has been delving into the mind and exploring who we are as people because his father is in a comatose state, and he's trying to bring him back. Trying to root out good and evil and figure all that out. That's why he started to do this whole thing. So he starts out talking to his father. It starts a little odd. It sounds a little weird when it starts out if you didn't know that context. So, confrontation from Jekyll and Hyde. Without a conductor, too. This is going to be interesting. Lost in the darkness, silence surrounds you. Once there was morning, now endless night. I will find the answer. I'll never desert you. I promise you this. Till the day that I do you really think that I would ever let you go? Do you think I'd ever set you free? If you do, I'm sad to say, it simply isn't so. You will never get away from me. All that you are is a face in the mirror. I close my eyes and you'll disappear. I'm what you face when you face in the mirror. Long as you live, I will still be here. All that you are is the end of a nightmare. All that you are is a dying scream. After tonight, I shall end this demon dream. This is not a dream, my friend, and it shall never end. This one is the nightmare that goes on. Hyde is here to stay, no matter what you may pretend. And he'll flourish long after you're gone. Soon you will die and my silence will hide you. You cannot choose but to lose control. You can't control me, I live deep inside you. Each day you'll feel me devour your soul. You don't need me to survive like I need you. Each day you'll come, you'll be lost in death. And I'll rejoice when you breathe your final breath. For I'll live inside you forever. No! With Satan himself by my side. No! And I know that now and forever they'll never be able to separate Jekyll from Hyde. Can't you see? It's over now. It's time to die. No, not I, only you. If I die, then you'll die too. You'll die in me, I'll be you. Can you hide? Set me free. Can't you see? You are me. No? Deep inside, I am you. You are Hyde. No, never. Yes, forever. Damn you, Hyde. Take all your evil deeds and rot in hell. I'll see you there, Jekyll. Never! So as you can see, musical theater has been a huge part of my life. I've been blessed to be able to carry that interest in music and passion for music on with Graystone, and we are very lucky here that we have programs like the John Ribble Fund to allow a lot of those things to happen and allow many musicians to experience and learn lots of different things to benefit themselves as well as the church community. So I thank you all very much for coming tonight. I hope you enjoyed the program, and yeah, and have a safe trip home. Thank you, Mary, for letting me do this, first of all. This was a lot of fun. Thank you.